Look, I got to ask you this because, not an interview goes by where I don't ask you about the M word. And I have to for the Navy and for the and don't get mad at me, girl. Don't get mad.
I can't get mad. I can't get mad.
It's Rachel, Bree, girl, we are reunited. I'm so happy to see your face. It's so good to see you.
I'm really happy to see you too. No more red carpets these days, but I get to see you a little bit. How have you been?
I've been hanging in there, but more importantly, how have you been? How have you been spending your time these days? I mean, obviously you've been working on an amazing skincare line, but what else has Rihanna been doing?
I really thought that this quarantine era would seem like, when snow days when school are out. For me, that's hurricane days in Barbados when you get to stay home for a few days. And it's like, wow, we don't have to go anywhere. That's great. But I've been more busy in quarantine than ever before. And I have been just preparing for this launch. This has been, it's like a newborn. So you have to nourish it and be hands-on. And I've been really excited. So it's time now. And I can't believe it happened that quickly. We've been working on it for years. So it feels like we've been waiting and waiting.
Congrats on the skincare line, girl, because I feel like now could not be a better time for a skin inclusive line to really launch. I feel like you have been at the forefront of this movement. So how does it feel to be a pioneer of an inclusivity movement?
Thank you so much. Being inclusive for me always came second nature. Growing up in my household, I've always looked up to my mom as like my beauty inspiration. I wanted to do everything that she did, but it didn't come as like a surprise or like we needed to crack the code on makeup to me when I was making foundation, or including shade ranges like hers, because I've always seen that. So I've applied that to everything that I've done because I see how women become so emotionally invested and they feel represented. They feel like they can see themselves on the shelves and the campaigns and even in sizes in my lingerie line. So with skincare, we're gonna do the same thing. We want these products to work for all skin types and of course all skin tones.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and you're continuing that with the skincare line. It's awesome. But also calling this a new culture of skincare. How so? What does that mean to you?
Skincare, this is a newborn baby in the skincare industry. And so I am going to approach it with a new eye, my eye, but also I want these things to be different from everything that's on the market. I want it to be simple. I want it to be accessible, but still with the high level of ingredients that some of these other brands do, but they're so expensive. And I realized that you can actually make the best product and it does not have to be inaccessible. And to start off with a million things, it kind of confuses the consumer. You give them what they need at first, 3 simple steps. And from there, we take them on a journey throughout their skincare.
I love it. 'Cause, girl, you and I both know you walk down the aisle and you're like, oh my gosh.
I'm confused. I'm always confused. Yeah. Because I don't know which one is for me.
I know.
So I wanted to simplify that for our consumers.
Well, thank goodness. I love it. And it's eco-friendly.
Thank you.
That's awesome, girl. You're just hitting it on all cylinders right now. But I was so interested in hearing and reading that your journey with skincare, like so many of us, started as a teen, but you tried a product like discolored your skin. So what happened on that front?
I mean, you start off with acne, right? And then you want to go into acne treatments. And I was just starting my career as a teenager when I was going through these breakouts. And so I went to like what I thought was like the best of the best doctors to take care of my skin. And it ended up being too harsh for my skin. It wasn't for my skin type or my skin tone. It bleached me, it blotched my skin up in patches, and then that took years to even get back. But then there's hyperpigmentation, then I'm 32,
And look at
There's so many different levels of the journey that it's complicated.
yeah.
But you go through this journey, and I had to take all of that into account when making this line and starting it, because I wanted everyone to be a part of it and not feel like it might not work for me, or it's too harsh for me. I don't like anything that's harsh.
Yeah, no, and I'm so glad that we have these 3 simple steps to go through with you to go on the skincare journey. And I love seeing the campaign.
Thank you.
And honey, I noticed that ASAP Rocky was making a debut in your campaign and looking very fine in the process. How did he get in the campaign?
Well, he's, to me, in the industry, he's one of the guys that like everybody loves his skin. I mean, I've always wanted to know, like, how the heck do you have better skin than like half these girls? I mean, like, what do you do? But I wanted men to be represented, because this skincare line is gender neutral. I want it to be for everyone. And so men get scared to use skincare. They think it's like a feminine thing. They think it's just for girls. And I don't like that idea, because we all have skin, we all wear skin. And so I needed that male representation in the campaign. And so Rocky and Nas, Nas X, sorry, not Nas, Lil Nas X. I can't call him Nas for short. There's already a Nas, Lil Nas X.
Yeah, exactly.
But we wanted that male representation, so men knew that it was okay.
It's so good. I can't wait to pass this along to my now fiance. So he's gonna have to.
Oh, congrats, girl!
Oh, girl.
What was this? A quarantine engagement?
I know. I'll have to send you a wedding invite, girlfriend.
Thanks. I'll interview you. Red carpet.
Look, I gotta ask you this, because not an interview goes by where I don't ask you about the M word, and I have to for the Navy and for the and don't get mad at me, girl. Don't get mad.
I can't get mad. I can't get mad.
It's Rachel, But I gotta ask you. You got a lot of time in quarantine. I know Fenty Skin. It's now launched. It's out there. Are you flexing your music chops, girl? Are you working on some music while we're all on lockdown?
I am always working on music. I'm always working on music. And when I'm ready to put it out in the way that I feel fit, it's going to come out. And you're not going to be disappointed when it happens. It's going to be worth it. I'm not just going to put it out just because people are waiting. Like, it's taken this long. I'm going to make it worth it.
I love it. And we can't wait for it. But I had to ask you,
It's okay. I know. They probably come for you if you didn't ask.
Girl, you know it. And when they had the rumor mill was going a couple days ago about you and Eminem collaborating, it was like, no, guys, it was just a throwback. It was reminiscing about your reunions and stuff. For your
wow.
But girl, I gotta say, this year has been huge for you, because you've celebrated the 15th anniversary of Fonda Replay. You've got the 10th anniversary of What's My Name, and also Love the Way You Lie. So, I mean, when you think about those songs, what comes to mind when you think, 10-year, 15-year anniversary of these things? What comes to mind with those songs?
I'm 10 years older. I'm 15 years older. Like, I thought that was just like a few years ago. Now it's like a decade plus. That is what I think about. But I'm also really grateful to still be here and being able to expand into other ventures. And I'm grateful. It's been fun. I can't even complain.
Well, Ree, we can never complain chatting with you, and of course all the great work that you're doing with your foundation.
Thank you.
You are making a difference during COVID-19.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on the launch, and I look forward to chatting with you out of this lockdown.
I know. I can't wait. I appreciate you, Rachel.
Always.
Thank you.
I appreciate you too, darling. Take care, okay?